The phone screen lit up, and my blood ran cold. It wasn't mine. I should have left it. God, I wish I'd just left it there. Hello, and welcome to my channel. Please support me by subscribing. It was raining, one of those Tuesdays where the sky is just a flat, gray sheet, and the water streams down the coffee shop window. I was just finishing my last sip, scrolling through nothing, when the phone on the next table buzzed. It lit up. I looked around. The table was empty. The couple who'd been there were long gone. I should have given it to the barista. I know that. But I didn't. I just looked at it. It wasn't a brand I recognized. It was sleek, heavy, and felt almost cold to the touch. The screen protector was cracked in one corner. It buzzed again, a notification sliding down from the top. It wasn't a text. It wasn't an email. It was a calendar alert. Meet at the bridge, 9 p.m., don't be late, don't be seen. My heart did a little kickflip. It was none of my business, just a phone. I told myself I'd take it home, charge it, and wait for the owner to call. That's what a good person does. But I think I already knew I wasn't going to do that. I pocketed the phone. It felt heavy, like a stone. My apartment was too quiet. The rain lashed against my window. I plugged the phone in. The screen flashed to life. 1% battery. I'd expected a lock screen, a photo of a dog, or a girlfriend, or something. There was nothing, just the time and date. I swiped up. It opened no passcode, no facial scan. My stomach twisted. Who doesn't lock their phone? There was only one app on the entire screen. A generic-looking icon labeled Gallery. No browser, no contacts, no messages. Just the gallery. This is a prank, I whispered to the empty room. It's a burner phone. Some kind of game. My finger hovered over the icon. I couldn't help it. I had to know about the bridge. I tapped it. The gallery opened. There were only 3 video files, all of them filmed today. The first one was labeled The Park. The second, The Street. The third, The Bridge. My breath hitched. The meeting from the calendar. I pressed play on the first video. The Park. The video was shaky, filmed from low down, like someone was holding the phone at their hip. The sound was muffled. Wind, traffic, and breathing heavy, anxious breathing. The person filming was walking fast, following someone. A woman in a bright red coat. She was walking her dog, completely unaware. The person filming ducked behind a tree, and the camera zoomed in, pixelated and shaky. The woman in the red coat. She looked over her shoulder, like she felt something. The video ended. I swallowed, my mouth suddenly dry. This wasn't a prank. This didn't feel like a student film. This felt wrong. I clicked the second video. The street. Same red coat. Closer now. The person filming was right behind her. I could hear their footsteps on the pavement. Heel, toe, heel, toe. I could hear the jingle of the dog's collar. The person filming was breathing harder, almost excited. The woman stopped at a crosswalk, waiting for the light. The camera pushed in, so close I could see the raindrops on her hair. She turned, and for a split second, she looked right at the camera. Her eyes were wide, terrified. The video cut to black. My heart was pounding. Call the police, Alex, I told myself. Call them right now. But what would I say? I found a phone, and there's a creepy video on it? They'd laugh at me. I had to see the last one. I had to know what happened at the bridge. I clicked play on the bridge. This one was different. It wasn't shaky. It was perfectly still. The camera was set up, looking down on the bridge from a distance, like from a nearby building. It was dark. The timestamp in the corner read 8:50 p.m. The rain was a silver mist under the streetlights. The woman in the red coat was there. She was alone. No dog. She was waiting. She kept checking her watch. She was waiting for the person from the calendar alert. My blood turned to ice. I realized it. This wasn't the victim's phone. This wasn't the woman's phone. This was the stalker's phone. The person following her, he must have dropped it. He was filming her, stalking her, and he dropped his phone. The phone with all the evidence on it. I stared at the screen. The woman on the bridge, just waiting. The video was only 30 seconds long, and nothing happened. She just waited. The video ended. I didn't understand. Where was the meeting? Where was the... I looked at the timestamp again. 8:50 p.m. I looked at the clock on my own wall. It was 8:58 p.m. This wasn't a recording of something that happened. This was a live feed. I was watching it. Right now. And that's when the phone buzzed in my hand. A new notification. Not a calendar alert. A Find My Device notification. The message wasn't, "Where is my phone?" It was 6 simple words. "I know you have it." I dropped the phone. It clattered to the floor, the screen cracking. I scrambled back, hitting the wall. No, 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 no. He doesn't know where I live. He can't. He just knows someone has it. He's just trying to scare me. He lost his phone at the coffee shop. He's probably still there. The phone on the floor buzzed one last time. The screen lit up my dark apartment. It was the Find My Device app. A map. A pulsing blue dot showing my location, and right next to it, a new message. "I'm outside your building. I see your light. Apartment 4B. My breath caught in my throat. I was frozen. My back was pressed hard against the drywall. He knew my apartment number. He wasn't just guessing. I looked at the phone lying on my floor. Its screen was a cracked spiderweb, but it was still glowing. I crawled, slowly, toward my door. My hands were shaking so badly I could barely unlatch the peephole cover. I closed one eye and peered out. Nothing. Just the empty, buzzing silence of my apartment hallway. The yellowish light. The scuff mark on the opposite wall. No one. A trick. He was lying. He had to be. I stumbled away from the door and went to my window. My apartment is on the 4th floor. It overlooks the street. My blinds were open. He'd said, "I see your light." I pulled the cord, the blinds snapping shut, but not before I looked. Down on the street, across from my building, a figure was standing in the rain, just standing, perfectly still. They were wearing a dark raincoat, the hood pulled so low I couldn't see a face. They were looking right up, right at my window. As I watched, the figure slowly raised a hand. In it, they were holding a phone. Their phone. The screen lit up, and at the exact same second, the phone on my floor buzzed. I jumped back, my heart feeling like a trapped bird. I ran for my own phone, the one on my nightstand. Police. I had to call the police. I grabbed it, my thumb fumbling with the passcode 9-1-1. I pressed call. I waited. Nothing. I looked at the screen. No service. What? I whispered. No, I always have service. I tried again. No service. I checked the Wi-Fi. It was down. My router lights were all red. He was jamming the signal. He was jamming my apartment. I was cut off. The only thing that worked was the phone on the floor. It buzzed again. A text this time. From the Find My Device app. Don't call the police, Alex. I stopped breathing. I stared at the message. Alex. My name. How did he know my name? I never... Wait, I did. When I was looking at the videos, I said it out loud. Call the police, Alex. I looked at the phone on the floor. The one I'd plugged into my own charger. The one that was open. The one that was listening. It had been listening to me this entire time. A new kind of panic set in. It was cold and sharp. He wasn't just a stalker. He wasn't just outside. He was in here, with me. He could hear my breathing. He could hear my heart. The phone on the floor lit up again. Another message. Look at the bridge. What? I crept toward it. I was terrified to touch it, but I was more terrified not to. I picked it up. The cracked screen felt sharp against my palm. I opened the gallery. I clicked the file. The bridge. The live feed was still active. The woman in the red coat was still there. She was soaked, pacing back and forth. She looked desperate. She was crying. The clock on my wall said 9:15 p.m. She'd been waiting for this guy, the guy who was currently standing outside my building. A new text came through. She was supposed to meet me. But then you picked up my phone. You interrupted our game. Game? I whispered, my voice trembling. She has something I want, and I have something she wants. The live feed on the phone. It moved. It wasn't a static camera. He was controlling it. The camera panned left, away from the woman. It zoomed in on a metal railing, just a few yards away from her, tied to the railing, shivering, was her dog, the one from the first video. No, I breathed. The woman was shouting, but I couldn't hear her. The phone's microphone was only picking up the rain. Bring me the phone. The next text said, the bridge, 10 minutes. If you're not here, I let the dog go. I didn't understand. Let him go. Where? And then I saw it. The railing was on the edge of the bridge. Below it, 4 lanes of rushing highway traffic. This was a test, a choice, my safety, or this stranger, this dog. I looked out the window. The figure in the raincoat was gone. The street was empty. My heart hammered. Where did he go? Was he in the building? Was he coming up? I'm leaving, I said to the phone, to the room, to him. I'm coming to the bridge. Just don't hurt them. I shoved the phone into my pocket. I grabbed my keys. I didn't grab my coat. I didn't even lock my door. I just ran.